Wavesound Audiobooks presents Kittyhawk Down by Garry Disher, narrated by Colin Mcphillamy. Chapter 1. The National Park sign said Bushrangers Bay 2.6 kilometres and Cape Schanck 5.4 kilometres. Hal Challis edged through the barrier designed to thwart trail bikes and stepped out along the track, the bushland warm, and some of the flora turning red and yellow on this Easter Saturday afternoon in early autumn. Bushranger, a name that denoted violent crime and romance, an apt name given that Challis had come here for a murder and had come here for love. Autumn, fall, as the Yanks call it. You couldn't get a better word than fall to describe the season and his life now. Leaves everywhere had begun to fall. Since yesterday, Good Friday, his spirits had fallen, love gone wrong. And he thought of the body falling through the water. Challis strode on, disturbing a small snake. He was tall, thin, but hard-boned, and looked slightly out of date in his jeans, scuffed flying jacket, and plain leather shoes. His sunglasses were not an accessory perched above his forehead, but shaded his eyes. He'd never worn a T-shirt as an undershirt, or tracksuit pants out of doors. He'd never owned a pair of runners. His hair was straight, dark, and lifted a little in the wind. It was cut once a month by a young woman who worked beside her father in a Waterloo barber shop. She was skilful and attentive, and for the sum of $10 returned him to the world with a neatly shaped head. And so Challis was outwardly unremarkable that day, nodding with grave courtesy to the people coming toward him along the track. This late on an Easter Saturday, 5:30 p.m., couples and families were streaming back to the car park. Only Challis headed the other way, happy to leave them to the roads of the peninsula, which would be choked with holidaymakers right now. Very few noticed that he was wound tightly, as if insulating a knot of powerful feelings, and the sunglasses hid the habitually weary, unimpressed, and disbelieving cast of his face. There were better things that Challis could have been doing. He could have been halfway through an Easter walk of the peninsula beaches with Tessa Kane. But yesterday he'd had to pull out, and that had been...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?